Did you know that as an international student in Canada, you don't have to wait years after graduation to apply for permanent residence? In fact, if you plan smart from the beginning, you can apply to become a permanent resident immediately after graduation. I'll show you how. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Celine Chibuzo, and on this channel I break down all you need to know about living, studying and thriving in Canada as an international student, a permanent resident, or even an immigrant in general. I also like to share knowledge and talk about life in general with the hope of helping and inspiring someone out there. If this sounds like something you like, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post new videos. For my old subscribers, thank you so much for keeping this channel going. I see you guys. So today we're going to be diving into something massively important: how to transition from being an international student to permanent resident without wasting time. Yeah, I know a lot of you are looking at me and you're probably asking, is this even possible? Yes, it's 100% possible if you choose the right course of study and the right province. So today, guys, I'm going to be showing you exactly what this looks like with real examples from Ontario and Nova Scotia. Let's dive right in. So guys, the first stage in this process is planning ahead of time. Planning ahead of time would save you a lot of stress, time, money, missed opportunities, and all whatnot. Some international students will always say, I'll plan for my PRO after graduation. If you do this, guys, you're going to be left behind. So many people have exhausted their post-graduation work permits. Some people have been forced to go back home because they've lost their status. Some people have been forced to take up second or third programs that was never in the picture or they never even planned for. Of course, you know that can be mentally draining, time consuming, and even financially draining as well. So you can see, we cannot overemphasize the importance of planning ahead of time. So guys, let's take a look at Ontario. If you're planning for a graduate program, let's say master's or PhD, then Ontario will probably be the best province for you. Do you know why? This province has the master's graduate and PhD graduate stream. And you know the awesome thing about this pathway? You do not even need a job offer to apply for this pathway. All you need to do is just be a master's graduate or a PhD graduate from an eligible university in Ontario. Also, you need your language test result with a minimum CLB of 7, whether in English language or in French. You also need to show, of course, your proof of funds to show that you're able to reside in the province and support yourself. And then you also need to declare or show your intent to live in the province. For me, I would say studying in the province is already enough intent, so that should be settled. So guys, what do you think about this pathway? Isn't it awesome? Imagine graduating from, let's say, University of Toronto or Western University, and right after you walk through that graduation stage and get your certificate, you're being told that you can apply to become a permanent resident right away using the stream. I think this is very, very awesome, guys. Guys, it's now time for us to take a trip to the east coast of Canada. That's Nova Scotia. This province has an amazing pathway called the International Graduate in Demand Stream. This one is perfect if you know you want to study at a diploma or the certificate level instead of a full degree. I'm going to show you exactly how this works. So all you need is to complete a program in high demand field like the nursing assistant, which by the way is called CCA in Nova Scotia. That's the continuing care assistant. You also have the early childhood education, we have the pharmacy technician, and we also have the paramedics. These are the professions listed in this pathway as at the time of recording this video. You also need your language test result with a minimum CLB of 5, either in English language or French. You need your proof of funds, and then you also need to show intent to reside in Nova Scotia. And like I always say, studying in Nova Scotia is already enough intent for you to show that you want to reside in this province. Guys, once you do this and land yourself a full-time job offer from a Nova Scotia employer, you are good to go. You do not even need work experience. Hold on. I know somebody might be saying, how do I get a full-time job? It's super easy. You know why? Most of those programs have co-op attached to them. Most students get hired from the same organizations where they do their co-op. Sometimes they even work there as part-time students while studying. So it's easier for them to transition from being part-time to full-time once they graduate. Isn't this just awesome, guys? Imagine graduating, let's say, from Nova Scotia Community College, as a pharmacy technician or an early childhood educator, and you're being told that right after graduation and securing a full-time job, you're good to go and you're eligible to apply for permanent residence right away. Guys, I wouldn't call this luck. I call this strategic planning. Hope you're enjoying this video so far, guys. Before we go, I'd like to wrap up everything we've said. I called it the big takeaway. If you plan to study in Canada and want to get your permanent residence immediately after graduation, one, make sure to look for a province with a favorable immigration pathway. After you've gotten a province with a favorable immigration pathway, do well to choose a course of study that aligns with these pathways. And finally, ensure you start planning for your PR while you're studying. You can start gathering your documents, you can start preparing for the language test result. All these guys will save you a lot of time. So guys, that's it for today. If this video has helped you to see a clear path to PR in Canada, imagine what more you would do with the right information. Why don't you go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that you get notified whenever I make more videos. Bye!